Yeah. Also been live in Shaitan Rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Aliyah Opola Adedotun Ajayi, and this is More Wealth Signatures channel on YouTube. If this is your first time of seeing this video or coming to this YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and share, because I'm here to share my own knowledge, how I always make my own Nigerian African bread in my own way. Let's get started with my ingredients. Here I have with me my flour, my all-purpose flour. I have my milk. I have my sugar. I have my salt. I have my butter, which is margarine. And I have my yeast here, my dried yeast. But you can as well go for your ice ones or liquid ones, any one of your choice. And the milk as well, you can as well go for your dried milk, anyone you like or anyone you prefer. And yeah, let's get started. This is the liquid milk and this is the dry one, but at times I prefer using the dry ones, at times I prefer using the liquid milk. Yeah, let's get started with our mixture of the bread, Nigerian bread precisely. Yeah, let's get started with our mixture, with our dried mixture. Here I have my flour with me. I have my flour. You have to pour the flour in a dry content, in a dry bowl. You add your guys, as I have here my dried flour. Don't forget to mix your yeast with some sugar. You have to mix it with lukewarm water. Throughout the mixture, you have to use your lukewarm water, not too cold and not too hot. After the mixture of your yeast with lukewarm water and sugar, you have to set aside for just like few minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes for it to rise. Then you have to start with your dried mixture with the flour, the sugar and the salt, which is the first stage. You have to mix together. After mixing together, after the mixture of the flour, the sugar and the salt together, you have to go with the milk, your warm milk. If it is not enough, you have to add little. Then you mix your yeast together with it. You have to put the water little by little so as not to make it watery. Set aside. Then you start your mixture. You have to start adding your water little by little. I always mix the content with my own hand. I don't like using machine, as in I don't like using mixer machine. I don't like it, so I prefer using my own hands so as to know where I have lumps. You have to mix thoroughly. If you feel there is too much water, you can as well add little flours. But as for me, I already know my measurements, so I don't need to add anything. You can see how it looks. Look at how it is. This is how it looks like. If you don't want it to be a bit messy in your hands, you can as well add your flour. Add your flour, just little by little. You can see, just to make it to be a bit sticky, not to be too watery. Depends on your choice. You have to mix well. Look at it. You mix thoroughly. It is not an easy job, but this is what I love doing most times. This is what I love doing. After the mixture, you have to add your butter, your melted butter, just like this. Don't need any other ingredient again. You have to set it aside. No more butter, no more water, no more yeast, nothing. You have to start mixing. You have to mix well this way. This is how it should look. You have to add little butter to the underneath of the flour, so as to make everything gather together, just like this. After this mixture, add little oil or butter on it, on your basin, on your container. Then after this, you have to take off the ones in your hands, just this way, and put it on your butter, just like this, just the way I'm doing it, just like this, just like this, just like this, so that by the time you cover it with your towel or your nylon, I prefer using my nylon so as to make it to be heat very well, because of the hot water, as in the lukewarm water that I use to mix it. Just this way. Then after this mixture, after it is done, then you look for a nylon to cover it. After covering it for like 20 to 15 minutes, you cover it like this. After covering it, you set it aside. After setting it aside, you have to take your pan. Look at how neat it is. Look at it. You can see how it is. This is how my own pan looks like, because I don't have my baking pan or the pan for the bread, so I don't have it. So I always go with my oven pan. So this is how I start doing it. I have to take my brush, the little butter remaining, you have to rub your pan just like this, just this way. You have to rub it. You have to rub. If the butter is not enough, you have to take another one. You have to cut it this way. Then you start rubbing just this way, anyhow of your choice. Just like this. You have to rub on your pan. You have to rub it just like this. So after rubbing, this is what my flour looks like. This is the result. Look at it. Look at it. You can see after rising for like 20 to 15 minutes, this is what I got. Then you have to take it, do it this way, put everything together in one form, just this way. Add your flour. Don't forget to make your hands clean, just as I do. So you have to take off my rings. I have to take off my wedding bands. So look at it. You have to set aside that. Then you start with this by putting the flour on your hands like this, for it not to make it to be too messy on your hands. Then put your pan by the side of the flour and start with this. This is how I do cut my home bread. I do like this, just this way, just like this, just like this. So after this, I cut just this way. I cut. This is how I always cut. This is what I arrived at. After this, you have to leave for some minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes. Again, you have to cover with your nylon or your towel and let it rest and put it aside, just this way. After some minutes like this, after it's risen, I have to take it to the oven just for like 20 to 25 minutes, depends on how you want to make it brown. You can see my oven. This is how it looks. So after some minutes, I have to take it off. This is how it looks.